I will continue about the second part, like he Representative Bidamaya need help, and then we need to save Representative Bidamaya. Got marriage with Vietnamese and Brazilian as a Middle East or Indian woman. So is his marriage weird? Is that because of me he got that marriage? So you need to ask for that one. And then like after you know that one, then decide like is that a real marriage or he got that marriage because of me? When I started knowing him, he is not married in the October 2020. He's not married in October 2020. When I emailed him, back on November 8, 2021, he already got a wife. And he married for, is that over 3 years? I don't know. I forgot. For 3 years at that time. So it is military operation. Am I right? If he agreed for that marriage, can I point out that it is a fake one? Yes, I can. That's my right, right? Even he's doing wrong, I can point out because I need him as my boyfriend. Am I right? But he need paycheck. He want to keep his job, congressman. He gave me so many reasons. He said like I need to keep my job. No, it is not the right way. The job, the money, we can end for that one. The whole life. If we don't want that kind of marriage, no, we need to say out loud. Don't say like, oh, we need to afraid of the discrimination lawsuit, marriage act. I don't care. From my point of view, I cannot accept that kind of marriage. Is that she is a Brazilian because they are from Brazilian. Her father is a Vietnamese and her mother face look like either Middle East or Indian. Middle East means Brazilian. It doesn't matter for me. Marriage is the fake one. You need to escape from that fake marriage. It's very obvious that the government operation, right? I don't know. But from his point of view, no. And for his future, if discrimination came up, the real representative would be the Maya, his father, the whole Maya store, got sued, right? And lawsuit, how much do you need to pay for that lawsuit? All the African in the United States, you need to pay for the lawsuit fee? I don't know, but I became homeless, right? Once upon a time, I'm Mediana. So he might afraid for the homeless situation and also jobless, right? I'm facing jobless and homeless right now, almost homeless right now. So he might be afraid of that one. So he need help. I need help too. Help us out, please. His wife and her Indian community are doing protest with me. Okay, if they say like, oh, we don't even know you exist, then I escape from lawsuit, right? I escape from you. You want to bitch me that I'm a hoe. So I will explain how they did a protest to me. At Aldi, I saw similar face of his wife, and she was looking at me with a jealous, not look down on second wife style. I gave her that. Her weight is very low life, and she came and saw me weigh, look like the first wife weight, but her waist is a low standard, and she should understand herself not to give me protest like this, right? It's called what? Women fight. Women fight. But when you see women fight, no, right? No, right? Because her race is the lowest races. Her mother is Indian, and her face is Vietnamese. Actually, actually, American style or American woman face, right? Her father will claim himself that low class minimum pay class or poor class, low income class, American, manual worker, right? No, we need to solve the problem. I'm not bitching about her. So if you think like, if you cannot accept women fight, and you want to use the like lawsuit as a race discrimination, so what is the point you came up? Didn't you expect for the race discrimination? Or you want to, the first thing you want to do is a race woman fight, right? And then I give you what kind of face? Look down faces. So you want to win over me for discrimination lawsuit? Then take it. Take it. I will win you over that way. Alright? So is that fair and square between us? But according to the Chinese point of view, first wife can humiliate second wife in public that way because they can show the public that second wife is trying to get her husband because she is prostitute, especially second wife is a lower racist, right? She see herself that like she is the American. Am I right? Because her father faces the low class, low income class American. They were false claim, right? So don't do that one. But her father face is real Vietnamese face. No, they are fake Vietnamese face. So she will claim that like her father is a low class American face. I already expect that one. So I know immediately when I saw her because she is doing Chinese way, but she might do the Indian way. Indian want to be the same like Chinese in every aspect. Not only one time, her Indian community did a protest at the Aldi 3 times, including her similar faces came up and attacked with me. They did that at the Urbana Meijer when I tried to get on sale product, which was Red Bull and Meijer product. Indian community at Champaign and Urbana. If they say, oh, we don't even know, this is just a coincidence, so I escaped from you, bitch. Second one is a prostitute, try to get a representative Maya. Kelly is behaving like a whole. So I will escape from all those. Also, bitch. Am I right? So they waited at that area and all the shelves are empty and I did not get any product. Her Indian community went to give me protest not doing second wife like this way. Which way? This is at our Maya. Maya. Maya is, this way means Maya company is representative Maya father company. So I try to get on sale product, but they see that prostitute try to get all chances from Maya store as second wife. So they did a protest. They did protest, right? If they are asking for not doing second wife the same as our Chinese people were, it is good for our future. Because but they cannot do the 100% no second wife, right? Why good? Why good? Chinese do not need to accept second wife of Indian. They already know Chinese culture. They did a protest, right? Oh, I'm happy for them. But they cannot do 100% no second wife. Only 95%, right? 5% might still have second wife possession due to lost husband or dead spouse. They should not expect no second wife situation. Are they expecting for that one? I'm so happy. They are good that like they want me to keep the best of our Chinese culture. Am I right? Thank you for that one. I will encourage all Americans not to have second wife or girlfriend. Do not force me not to do second wife. I am so happy to do second wife because I got divorced. Do not go to another level that divorcee is not good for a second husband or wife. If you want to be so strict or own model, I will point it out if you will do second wife for American. I will laugh at you the same as you look down on me when I'm for the second wife position of the representative Maya. No law needed. Common sense. We can solve the problem. Too strict and to show public that you are a good one and I'm a bad one, then do it. You already did that one, right? Representative Maya will keep you as a wife, and he is lucky to get such kind of very understanding and very strict, very old modern wife. You all bitch me that I'm old modern, old school, right? She is better than me. She bitched that like I shouldn't behave like that way. Because she want me to keep that like old modern woman want to keep that feature too. Thank you. You see that like old modern are very good one too, right? And this area is bad and you pointed that one out, right? So you already accepted that I'm old modern, right? Then why are you forcing me to give you that equally treated? Or it's break the law. Am I right? People, there is no fair and square in this whole human world. So even he's my boyfriend, I can bitch like this. This is called, this is bitch. I can bitch him like that way. He is lucky to get such kind of wife and community support. So we as a Chinese community point of view for first wife of lower races. So I need to clear out for that one, first wife, second wife position, right? So what time can you jam? Right? So Representative Pinamaya got a Vietnamese and Brazilian wife. Or Vietnamese and Indian wife. So I need to teach my representative Maya. So if I need to teach my representative Maya, it is not fair. He didn't want to get the name of the whole. The guy can go whole too because it's jamming, right? Choose the best. Because I already pointed out that like the congressman is not the real one, the fake one. So how about his face? Low class or lower middle class. So we live in a human community. We also care about the whole name, right? So we need to make the rules. What time can we jam? How can we jam? Okay? So we have the right to teach our son if he married to the first wife of the lower races to divorce her because we look down on lower races. No offense. Okay? So 117 Congress wrote the bill provided statutory authority for the same-sex and interracial marriage. If you want to use the civil action and establish a private right of the action for violation of the law, you can sue your husband's family. They will give you a simple explanation that they want divorce. Your husband family and relative talk your husband. You want to fight in public that your husband family and relative look down on you. Did you see that one? Like, okay, that kind is like, is that new for you? For example, um, Representative Bidamaya is my son or my is my son, and now I'm his mother, and I will teach my son, oh, are not supposed to marry to the lower race because we look down on them. So even I teach my son or my relative teach my son, my relative are your husband. The guy is your husband. So your husband family and relative talk your husband that your races are lower races. So you want to fight in public that your husband family and relative look down on you. Do you understand that one? It's more like more easy to understand. So do you want both your husband and pride? Because you feel insulted, right? The upper class, upper races family cannot accept you. So you feel shy, you got humiliation because of your pride. You just like, oh, my highest baby, maybe, baby. Oh, they don't. We even have the we are even rich. Even you have the same class, high class. Even Representative Bidamaya wife family is a upper class. I don't care. But your husband family, a relative, cannot accept your races. So you feel pride. You feel like, oh, my heart beating. They humiliated us. Even we are rich. Even we have the same class. So the judgment, the judgment I can give. You can get all your pride back because you are right. Right? They look down on you. But can you get your husband back? His whole family and relative taught him not to do that kind of mistake again. You want Congress to teach all upper races, American and Chinese, not to behave like this? Can you control not to enter the upper races? If you want to force Congress to teach like this, can you control not to enter the upper races? Only one sentence. Can you control your desire? Can you control yourself not to see that they are higher than you? Even you see that African will reply, we see that they are the same level. The same level, they can accept you. Which way do you want to force? Don't try me. Don't try me. Accept that you are lower than them. That's it. You want chances to risk and get a husband? I also need to expect that kind of divorce if I got American boyfriend. But I wish I did not get that kind of situation. I wish I did not get or face that kind of situation. This is all I can do. I can fight and to prove that they discriminated me. The same like George came and gave me that non-stalking court order. I can prove myself that I'm not trying to seduce and get it free. But I cannot get him as my boyfriend. They already denied the relationship. But they deny the relationship. The truth come out that the relationship is it, but I cannot get him as my boyfriend. See these two differences? Are we all clear for that one? So I win too for the pride, but they win for not giving you husband. If your husband want to leave you, if your husband want to leave you, or if your husband got forced by his family and relative, it's Chinese culture, right? It is Chinese culture solution. Accept it. That's it. So do you want me to force not to be like this? Do you want me to force all the rich people to give you the same level and to allow their children to marry to your children because they are rich and you are poor? You think American can give the same level and you are that kind of the same level from American? Or if Chinese do like this and American do not do that way, do you want to call Chinese whore? This is Chinese culture and American are doing the same as Chinese. You could think carefully and reply to me. I will email you that you are doing whole by proving public that you are poor and they mistreated you. You can prove the discrimination, but you cannot get a husband because of the poor or they pity on you. Is that clear? You want to show public that you are poor and your situation is very pity. So you want a husband because you already show the poor and they should pity on you. No, it won't work out that way. They are not. They are not retarded. This is called how rich people behave. Representative Bidamaya got a fake marriage. She know herself that she did not want to give the divorce and we all see it too. Did she know that she got her marriage because of my discrimination problem? In other words, because of me. Now all American women supported her and Indian community and they can insult me and call me a whore. Like Champaign Maya and Urbana Maya wrote down a whore and put at the entrance of the Urbana Maya. And pitched me because of the Jonathan Bohem, frozen manager at Urbana Maya. But he is a pricing and inventory manager. at Champaign Meijer, when I walk at Champaign Meijer 2019. Okay, and George Gilman still right out at Champaign Meijer from 2019 until now. So if all American women keep supporting lower races like this, it is good for Representative Maya to get her because she is cleverer. Because they see the way and they told me that I am lower than her, homeless and have a lot of S out, right? And I'm almost homeless and I got zero to S out, right? I got zero men to S out in reality. But But they saw that a lot of American guys around me and it looked like I will accept all white guys will ask me out. But we all know that all white guys look down on me and it is just for show. But all American women pointed out that I should keep in my mind. This is like all American women way. Oh, I need to keep in my mind that they will ask me out because they have discrimination minded. See that one? So that all American women psych. Oh, Kelly, you should keep in mind they will not ask you out forever and ever because they are discrimination minded. Second, you should wait for the representative Maya faithfully and then he asks you out. This is how they force me to do. It's called psych. This is their way. So, am I look like mom for Representative Maya? I already told him to give divorce to his first wife, to his wife. I already know the answer. All American women hate me. They did not allow Representative Maya to give divorce. I will teach Representative Maya like I will do it if I face it. Okay, there are how many options? One, two, three options. Okay, what kind of situation? If my first husband is a Chinese and second one is a Japanese, so Japan is a lower than me, lower than China. Japan is at the third world. Japan and Korea, Japan is higher than Korea because Korean are like stealing Chinese faces. Technically, Korea faces are the same like Vietnam and Singapore faces. Almost all of the Singaporean at the Singapore are Chinese right now because of the Chinese people migrate to the Singapore. So Singapore, real Singaporean are not Chinese. Are we all clear for that one? So in here, I might not fall in love with Japanese, but I might fall in love with Japanese. But my parents and my relative know I fall in love with Japanese. They can teach me. As soon as I got education, I will break up with the Japanese. Because I already have the first husband, right? So I'm not going to jam for the second one. The second one is a Japanese, right? This is like kind of like marriage problem, right? The first one husband is Chinese. The second, people will see the love. People will go out and like having fun or like like when I stand or maybe like for sex. It will happen a lot. So if you find second one is a Japanese lower than you will do this way. Break up with the second one, right? Lower race will say it is not fair for them. Upper race of American and Chinese will say it is good for me if they see me a good woman. But lower class of the American will say that, oh, I treated Japanese unfair because they gave the comment to me the way lower class of the American behave. Because lower class of American, they are behaving like that. Junk, right? But upper class and middle class of the American will see me, oh, if they feel jealous with me or compete with me, or if they see me as a lower racist, it is very simple. They will bitch, right? It is called pitch. They will pitch. So this is the first way. How about the second one? How about my husband is a Japanese? The second one, I'm Chinese. So if second one I saw is a Chinese or American, I want to jump, right? Technically, I want to jump. So I will fall in love with a Chinese or American. No one will see me as a good woman if I fall in love with American. Because American is the highest one. They always will call me a hoe. They will see me that I want to jump from the lowest rank of the husband. Japanese, lower than me, right? From the lowest rank to the highest rank. Oh, you will get the American. Oh, jump quickly, right? If 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 the woman is my daughter, I will give the advice. Oh, jump, right? But the public will see, oh, she is a hoe. Then take that a whole jump because like you are Chinese, you got a Japanese husband. Then jump, right? Even I'm public, I will say jump. That's a good public point of view to give the advice, right? This is all we want. Japanese are lower than Chinese. So Representative Bidamaya's situation is the same as my situation. His first wife is a full Vietnamese with a Brazilian as a Middle East and Indian. So if he want to leave his wife because of me, all lower races will bitch him that he's not treated fair to all lower races. Even I'm not even American. He can jump. He cannot keep his congressman job. He cannot be president in his whole life. Right now, he is facing that situation. So not only whole name, not only whole name, but also he is facing this two difficulty. Okay. So how about that situation? So my first husband is a Chinese. The second one is an American. I will fall in love with American. No one will see me as a good woman if I fall in love with American. They will call me a whore. They will see me that I want to jump from the regular rank of the husband to higher ranks of the husband. American are higher than Chinese, and American is the first ranking in the world. In this situation, if you got lowest or regular ranking, you can jump to get highest, right? It doesn't matter. It does not matter. It does not matter. It does not matter. A race problem, race discrimination. All right. This is generalized statement. People will bitch, and call you a hoe. Take it. But if lowest and regular ranking are the same race with you, then do not need to jump. You need to satisfy with your first husband. No need to jump. Okay, but you before you make decision for your first husband, you already choose the best or perfect. There is no point. You need to choose a lot better. The first one, right? But if you make mistake, if you do not like your first husband, or you did not choose the best, you can stay jump to get the best. Are we all clear? For example, my first husband, my ex, I have only one ex-husband. His name is Mia Lim. He got a scholarship at the UOFI for PhD biophysics. So from before I marry him, he is the best. He is the geek. He got the number 3. The whole country of the Myanmar, he got number 3 score to pass the high school. I cannot even fight for that kind of guy, that kind of high IQ guy for my whole life. So I make that kind of I made that decision before I chose him as my husband. But I'm also human. I made a mistake. When I see that George Gilman, it was like 2008, 2009 at Champaign Maya. I, I fall in love with him left at first sight. So I made a mistake. That kind of mistake, yet he cannot accept a one. So he said like, oh, I want to jet because he's an American. I want to get the chances for American chances. So he damned me and he left. He gave me separation. So I need to accept that one because I fall in love with a George Kimman, love at first sight. I cannot control my desire. It happened, but I can control my desire. I don't want to jam because I got the best, the perfect husband. But if George Kimman at the time asked me out, I will jam, right? Everybody see that one. Because of that one, my ex-husband damned me and he gave me separation. That's it. So what kind of condition you can jam? What kind of condition you shouldn't jam? My husband is a Chinese too. We both from we both from the Myanmar, not from China. So is that government operation to test my discrimination? Even they testing me, I will show the truth that I have discrimination minded. You cannot arrest me. You want to give me the education to train me, not to be a discrimination minded people. If you want to shake me and train me to become non-discrimination minded people, you are helping lower races, right? We always see that when all American women helping the lower races, it is not the right way to help all the lower races. You need to teach them they should not ask same level from rich or above races to give them friendship and treat them like a family. No one, no one can give such a lot. If you can give or United States can give, please give your own staff. Now, Representative Bidamaya called me a hoe, and he told me that I allow several guys to ask me out. Even we are dating with a Facebook town hall. Did you see that he will give the real relationship to public? Get it? Say out loud that we are in relationship. What is the point I need to do faithful to him? All American guys are like this. As a Chinese, I need to be faithful to him. Do not lose your integrity. What kind of what is that? Right? We already know that one. No, I can't. No, I can lose my integrity when I met that kind of guy. Do not give me the real relationship for 6 months by giving a reason that please for me that he allowed me to eat on his birthday. Even his family tried to break up with our relationship. His grandmother died due to me 2 days before his birthday. Wait until 100 days after he passed away. Wait until his father's birthday. Wait until George Kimmel break up with me day. Wait until I can see George Kimmel August 8, 2022 after 2 years stalking co-order due date, etc. So many reasons to give me and do not want to reach to the dating life. How did he expect faithful as a good woman or true love from me as a Chinese woman without losing my integrity? Because I'm Chinese, I should have lost my integrity. He want to treat me like a retarded because all the Chinese are retarded, right? He asking only Chinese way. Chinese woman behave like the Chinese woman way, right? It's too retarded for a Chinese woman. He can get that kind of expectation from forward people, not from Chinese. Chinese can give the faithfulness as a good woman when they start a relationship. We did not see a good woman when you give the faithful to him from one sided. We look down on them because all lower races were shown like this way. We already prevented that one. So Representative Maya called me a hoe and he blamed me that I did not faithful to him. And his wife is very good for him. Then please keep your own wife, Representative Maya. You humiliate me and I hate you back. This is second time. I wanted you to pass discrimination pay for me and you announced in public that you work for Michigan that district only. So this is the first time you humiliate me. The second time, she is better than me. right? She is very clever. She is not flat. She is not slut. She is not stripper. She is not prostitute. Then keep her, right? Because I'm very modernized, right? Even I claim myself I'm old modern. Because you think like I'm a prostitute, a stripper, the same like forward and try to get your impression. Pretend to be the old modern, right? But in reality, I'm very Americanized, right? So differentiate by yourself. I reach to the American level, but all of the idea are old modern, old school. That you need to differentiate by yourself. Why? Sure, I need to differentiate for yourself because the same like African. Oh, I want to explain. You don't understand me in this area. I want to explain. Who buy it? All the American will see that. Oh, that Indian and African try to get it free, try to get the chances, try to get the chances. So I hate you back at the time, and I fire you. I cannot behave like the old model for you. I cannot give the faithful that you expected. We all know that the kind of faithful you can get from full and faithful people. I cannot teach Representative Peter Maya to give her the vote because of the discrimination lawsuit, equally treated and marriage act. Why are we supposed to give humane? Do not think that it is humane. If I did not give equally treated, I am a whole according to the American and African point of view. I suggest you to give the same things you humiliate me in public. If they let you go, you are lucky. If they want it, just give it to them, the same as African ask for me. Give it to me, give it to me. We cannot have our own rights to give the votes. You will point out that we are doing discrimination, right? He gave me the reason. We cannot have our own rights to give the votes because you point out that like, we are doing discrimination to them, right? So it shouldn't be like this way. We have our own human right. They humiliated me at Aldi 3 times and Panda Express of the Urbana eating rights. All are Mexican, such as Ada as a Middle East, the court. And Indian as a AB main manager and Bella female manager and Middle East as a Yusuf. He is the court too. I don't want to talk about how they change their shift and like they want to they work with me and they want to fly with me and like I don't even fly and they just that Yusuf is like the whole body is of white and then like uh his white is like kind of like Chinese skin white and then like the whole body is a Chinese body and then half his face also like Chinese faces and very white and he called himself he's a Middle East. I mean don't they feel shy? If they wanted to write that, they do not even know I existed. I escaped from who. They cannot call me who. I can forget what they call me. And I can forget that they did a peaceful protest, right? I know myself that I'm second white position. Even I'm Chinese. And my race is a second position. And his white is a fifth white position. Which is the lowest position? Am I too good? He will decide which one he went. Is that too good too? Do you want to hear more from me? Why am I so good? Right? What did I do? I know myself. That's my position, right? I know myself. I'm second one position, and I'm Chinese. So here's why is my race is also second position. Even my race is second position means like American are first, Chinese are second. My race Chinese is second position. All right. And here's why race is a fifth world position, which is the lowest position. So I know myself, my position. I'm second one position, Chinese. So here's a white guy. I shouldn't fight. And also the second one. This is the first one. And second one, that is called marriage, right? He will decide which one he want. Is that too good too? So I have two. Don't do second wife. No, I have that two option. That two minded. So is that too good? Do you want to hear more from me? Why do you want to call me whole? Representative Peter, my wife and his wife, Indian and Middle East Brazilian community, because you will not win, it means I win. You want to point out that I'm second wife position and let Representative Maya wife win are fake. I'm faking like I'm a good one and try to get a Maya. Do you think that like that way will work? The fake one, the second one, right? You will decide which one he want. Is that fake one? If I use that one, when I get a Representative Maya, I'm faking like I'm good one, right? You will show that I'm faking like I'm good one. Is this way work out to get a one guy? No. Do you think that that way will work? I will fight with his wife environment if I'm rich. I'm almost homeless and what is the point? Fake Representative Maya need to marry me. But I can still use the Chinese community background and hit one back. So I have three options. So you will hear all of my good things, right? So but I can still use the community background and hit one more. They are the lowest race. And if Representative Maya is my brother, why should we need to support first wife like this? Just only one hit, right? He called first wife, full war and fifth war wife. And then I try to come out and insult the second war wife, higher than first war wife. I can use my Chinese community, but Representative Maya wife and her Brazilian Middle East community are smart and they got a US military support and she got a fake Representative Maya as a husband, right? Anyway, I win. I don't even use a community effort and then I hit you back. Then what is the point? You come out and you want to say that oh you are prostitute, you are homeless, you are doing the second wife. So I hit them back with a full reason. So I win, but I win. Sure, I need to hit one more to the Representative Maya, his wife and his wife community. Say fake Representative Maya. He needs help because he cannot escape by himself. Okay? So I'm going to stop in here and I'm going to continue later.